Bank Negara Governor Tan Sri Nur Shamsiah Muhammad Yunus told Corporate Malaysia today that there is no need to hoard the US dollar or front-load US dollar purchases. She said the central bank will ensure that Malaysia's onshore foreign exchange market remains liquid, so businesses can be assured that all their foreign currency needs can be efficiently fulfilled. In her speech at the Khazanah Megatrends Forum 2022, she said that while the current depreciation of the ringgit is due to the strength of the US dollar, Corporate Malaysia can help in maintaining orderly market conditions by taking actions which do not exacerbate the situation. She also called on corporates and domestic financial institutions to be prudent in managing their balance sheets. This, she said, includes to avoid creating new vulnerabilities, especially from foreign currency debts and financial imbalances, as well as hedging their risks appropriately. The ringgit, which has fallen by over 10% so far this year, has surpassed the 4.6 level and is at its lowest since 1998. As for Bank Negara's policy priority for Malaysia, she said it was to sustain economic growth within an environment of price stability and further strengthen economic fundamentals. She said this would provide more enduring support for the ringgit rather than resorting to capital controls or repegging. The Ministry of Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs has further lowered the ceiling price for bottled pure palm cooking oil. This follows the drop in crude palm oil prices. Its Minister Datuk Sri Alexander Nantalingki said the maximum retail price for 5 kg bottled cooking oil has been reduced to 31 ringgit 50 cent from the current 33 ringgit 50 cent for the period of October 8th to November 7th. Meanwhile, the price cap for cooking oil sold in 3 kg bottles is lowered to 19 ringgit 90 cent from 21 ringgit 10 cent. 2 kg bottles to 13 ringgit 50 cent from 14 ringgit 30 cent, and 1 kg bottles to 7 ringgit 10 cent from 7 ringgit 50 cent. Starting from July 1st, Putrajaya discontinued subsidies for palm cooking oil in bottles of 2 kg, 3 kg and 5 kg. However, it continues to subsidize 1 kg packed cooking oil, which is sold in poly bags and priced at 2 ringgit 50 cent each. PJDlink Malaysia, the concessionaire of the proposed Putrajaya Dispersal Link or PJDlink Expressway, is seeking a listing on Bursa Malaysia via a reverse takeover of main market listed SCOMI Energy Services. In a statement today, PJDlink said the concessionaire and its shareholders, namely PJDlink Holdings and Noblemax Resources, have entered into a framework agreement with SCOMI Energy for the proposed acquisition of PJDlink for an indicative price of approximately 922 million ringgit. This indicative price, it said, is based on the equity portion of the project's financing of the PJDlink Expressway. The parties are expected to enter into a definitive agreement for the proposed acquisition within 60 days. PJDlink CEO Amrish Hari Narayanan said a listing would enable the company to tap into the equity capital market to raise funding for the construction of the expressway. He added that the company takes note of the public's concerns and has studied various options on improving the alignment. Workshops and focus group discussions will also be carried out to obtain public feedback, while environmental, social and traffic impact assessments will be conducted with external consultants to assess and mitigate any issues that may arise. Shell is said to have announced a second investment in Malaysia's oil and gas sector in a month, as the major and its partners, including Petronas, aim to revive output in an environment of tight global supply. According to a Reuters report, Shell's decisions come after the prolonged conflict in Ukraine disrupted Russian oil and gas supplies and boosted prices of the commodities. The report pointed out that oil and gas producers in Asia are struggling to sustain output. after years of underinvestment in the sector as international companies scaled back to focus on exploration and production in Africa and the Americas. It said Shamsiah Petroleum Co. will invest an unspecified amount in Phase 4 of the Gemusut Kakap Geronggong Jagos East Deep Water Offshore Development Project along with its partners. Citing Shell Malaysia, it said the development is a subsea tieback project that is expected to achieve first oil in late 2024. The project will revive declining outputs of Kimanis crude. Earlier in the day, Petronas said the Phase 3 project at the Gemusut Kakap deep water field achieved its first oil production on July 31st. 4 wells were drilled at the field, and once fully completed in the first quarter of 2023, they will add around 25,000 barrels per day to Gemusut Kakap's existing production capacity. EP Manufacturing has gotten government approval to assemble and manufacture two-wheeled electric vehicles in its upcoming manufacturing facility in Glenmarie, Shah Alam. In a statement today, the company said its unit EP Blue Shark has been given the license to make the electric scooters by the Ministry of International Trade and Industry. Under a deal with China's Shark Gulf Technologies Group, the company will be manufacturing and distributing the Blue Shark branded two-wheelers in Malaysia and other countries in the ASEAN region. It is set to commercially roll out 50,000 units of the two-wheeled scooters per annum for the initial years. EP Manufacturing Executive Chairman Hamidon Abdullah said the company is a step closer to establishing its new manufacturing facility for two-wheel electric vehicles, with a license granted by the ministry. Construction on the plant is expected to start in early 2023 and is targeted for completion by the third quarter of 2023. At the close, EP Manufacturing was unchanged at RM1.13 for a market capitalisation of 247.23 million ringgit.